Michael, the next part of the tape here has Rahm Emanuel getting very confrontational. In fact, he even grabs you. So let's listen to it first and then get your reaction.
The president was worth re-elected. You heard it.
Yeah, we'll see.
What did you just say to me?
You insulted me. I came up to you. I'm a journalist. I came up to you to discuss that to you. There was no ground rules there. It was videotaped.
Yeah, the videotape.
And I was asking you politely a question.
And I'm
my job.
And I'm being polite to you. On the record to you. And I have witnesses. I'm not saying that you do what you did to Stanley.
I didn't do anything to Stanley McChrystal. You guys shouldn't have escalated in Afghanistan. 4 Americans died this week there, buddy.
Michael, did he grab you there?
Yes. The reason that the conversation went south like that, and I'd never experienced anything like this in my career from an American public official. He grabbed me right before that exchange. He grabbed me by the arm and wouldn't let go while his bodyguards approached me, clearly trying to intimidate me with a threat of physical violence. And it was abusive. It was abusive. Look, I don't mind being yelled at, like verbally abusive, fine. But I think the mayor, and I made this point later in an email to his staff, clearly crossed the line by grabbing me. And you know, look, I've interviewed terrorist leaders. I've interviewed dictators. I've interviewed a lot of politicians. I've interviewed a lot of angry people. But none have ever laid a hand on me. Security forces, bodyguards, okay, you know, that comes with the territory. They're going to knock you out of the way. But I was really quite surprised and to be honest, shocked by the fact that he would do that. What I saw in his eyes when he was doing this was just, he did not seem like a gentleman who was in full control of what he was doing.
You know, Michael, you could have had a case for assault if he grabbed you. Did you consider that at all?
Actually, I did. Because as I said, I was pretty shocked by it. You know, I make a joke in the book like there was no wambulance, you know, for me to call. But I did think about that. But I was also in Chicago, which is his city, and I had a lot of other work and reporting to do for the book, so I couldn't get really bogged down in at the time. But I felt, and you know, the reason we're talking about this and why I think it was important to include in the book, because I think, you know, it's a very revealing moment of Mayor Rahm Emanuel. He is a obviously high-profile public official. He's notorious for this kind of abusive and bullying behavior, and he gets away with it again and again and again, and rarely is there a record of it. And the final irony of this all is that a few days later, his office was accused of secretly taping journalists' conversations and interviews, and in violation of Illinois law. So here he is, you know, saying everything I said in public is off the record, and making threats at a journalist, while at the same time, you know, secretly tape recording other journalists. It was quite disturbing.
Hi, this is Cenk Uygur. To see more of the Young Turks, go to current.com/getcurrent to make sure you get Current TV.